Yeah, sorry about that, but like I said, phone call came in, blew everything, this, that, and other. So let me go on and get right back to it. Okay, so um, this had happened, and they had left. Okay, they basically had left, and they had to go back and get him. Okay, and the brother goes through this and break all this down about him and his father doing his father's work and all that stuff. Perfect, perfectly. Okay, but now I'm gonna go over here, and because like I said, I use 2 and 40 of Luke for this reason. I just went right into the word. Okay, come on. Luke 2 and 40. Okay, it says, and the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yahweh was upon him. But now, go here, pull up the interlinear. It said, what? Because they use the word. So, like I said, he used scripture to break it down and whatnot. But I'm just going to use the word itself. Wax strong.
Strong's G 2901, Kratayao. Kratayao.
To strengthen, make strong, to be made strong, to increase in strength, to grow strong. Okay, so he was made, he was strong, and he grew stronger. Okay, okay, down his Strong's definition. to empower, i.e., passively increase in vigor, be strengthened, be waxed strong. Okay, so so at 12 years old, he had this strength on him. Okay, at 12 years old, he had this strength on him. Okay, and then so. So now let's go back. Okay, let's go back in spirit. So he waxed strong in the spirit.
Strong's G 4151, Pneuma. Pneuma.
Okay, so now let's get here. Sometimes referred to in a way which emphasizes his personality and character. Sometimes referred to in a way which emphasizes his work and power. Never referred to as a depersonalized voice of force. My mistake. But now here we go. The spirit, i.e., i.e., the vital principle by which the body is animated. The rational spirit, the power by which the human being feels, thinks, decides. He waxed strong in that. So if he waxed strong in that, he would be carrying himself that way. So even though he learned his dad's trade, like the brother said, yeah, he learned this trade and all this other stuff of a carpenter and this, that, and other, because money is a defense, and that's how they provided for the family in the process of Yahweh Shai being the oldest of their children and a boy. Yeah, he took on his daddy's trade to be able to make money. But that didn't mean that he lost his ability to be able to have his conversation. Okay, that was just one incident. Think about it now. You got to think about this. At 12 years old, they used to go in for the feast yearly, right? So that means from 12 years old up until 30-something years old, he was always making that trip, right? As Apostle Bar like to says, being able to extrapolate, you know, he was always able to make that trip. He was always going back and forth in that, but it don't go into that. Okay, the scriptures doesn't say that part of it, but this is what they did. They were always required to go into Jerusalem, right? Okay, so since they were required to go to Jerusalem and they was keeping this and doing this feast that they had to do, why wouldn't he be going back into that place and around them men in the process of? Why would he not be doing that? Okay, that just doesn't make any sense. And like I said, okay, so let's just keep going. The rational spirit, the power by which the human beings feel, thinks, and decides. And like the brother broke down, he was 12 years old and had the men that was in the synagogue, baffled. So you think every time that he came to the city, they wasn't like, okay, he gonna be coming in again, at least around this time, and we can chop it up again. When you get somebody that knows something that you don't know, but you got a hot zeal for it, it says you're supposed to hook yourself to that person. So you don't think that they were like, yo, man, yeah, I was shy. Come here, man. Yeah, we knew you was coming back for the feast again. Come on. Yo, we got to talk. We got to talk. This is what it is. This is how it goes. Remember, we are still a people. We got how we click up per se. We got somebody that's younger than us that know this stuff like this. Yo, dog, come here, holler at me. Period. You can't deny that. You can't think that. Okay. The rational spirit, the power by which the human being feels, thinks, and decides. The soul, i.e., okay, i.e., a spirit, i.e., a simple essence, devoid of all or at least all grosser matter and possessed of the power of knowing, desiring, deciding, and acting. Okay? Duh. I want to know what you know, dude. I want to get on that level. How you didn't go through any of these formal trainings, but you getting stronger and stronger. It says got stronger, right? So how you getting stronger and stronger and more versed in this, or whatever the case might be, and this, that, and other. So now, I said all that for a purpose, okay? Because let's go back to this. Okay, so now let's go down here, right? Okay, so now so he stopped over here up in like 48, 49, somewhere around that. Okay, 49, right? But now I'm going to read this. And they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. So his parents didn't understand what Yahushua was saying. But watch this now. And he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject unto them. But his mother kept all these things in her heart. And this is where the brother stopped. That's perfect. But watch this. And 52, and Yahushua increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. Like I said, so that whole thing about, yo, man, whenever he went back down to Jerusalem or whatever the case might be, but between then and there, between then and 30 years old, dude, seriously, how would you not have uh, uh, a guy that's getting stronger and stronger in this truth, and you're supposed to be one of the doctors, one of the top men in the area, and you don't know who this cat is, okay? And he coming to the synagogue and saying that, okay? So now let's do stipulation, but now watch this. I'm gonna go right here. Now watch this kicker. We're gonna go to John. This is 2. This is John 2 and 3, right? Okay, so now we're going to go here. And the third day there was a marriage in Canaan of Galilee, and the mother of Yahushua was there. And both Yahushua was called and his disciples to the marriage. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Yahushua said unto them, they have no wine. Yahushua said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. What you want me to do? But she remembered what was said to her about her son. Okay? And these things that was going on. So she like I said, it said she remembered, right? She kept it in her heart. I mean, she kept what was in her, she kept it in her mind. By the time he got 30 years old, look at what had happened. His mother's, okay, so now he said it's not time for me to do this. But look at what his mama did. His mother said unto the servants, whatever he shall say unto you, do it. And there were 6 water pots of stone after the manner of the purifying of the Jews, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. And this is a lot of water. When you go look up what a firkin is, what a firkin is, it's a lot of water. It's a lot of water. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just go here real quick. A firkin. Let's look at what a firkin. Somewhat less than 9 English gallons, containing somewhat less than 9 English gallons. So this was something that held almost 9 gallons of water. 9 gallons of water. That's why I said it's a lot of water. And he had how many of these? Let's go back. Okay. 9 gallons of water containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. Okay. And there were set there 6 water pots of stone after the manner of the purifying of the Jews, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. And a firkin is 9 gallons of water. So these things contained 18 gallons of water, and it was 6 of them. 18 gallons of water times 18 times 6. Man, please. Okay. Yahweh said unto them, fill the water pots with water, and they filled them up to the brim. And he said to them, draw out now the bear unto the governor of the feast, and they bared it. And when the ruler of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, and knew not whence it was, but the servants which drew the water knew, the governor of the feast called the bridegroom, and said unto him, every man at the beginning does set forth good wine, and when men have well drunk, then that which is worse. But thou hast kept the good wine until now. This beginning of miracles did Yahweh Shai in Cana of Galilee, and manifest forth his glory, and his disciples believed on him. This beginning of miracles. This beginning. Okay? But his mom already knew. And even though he told her no, he was subject to his mom. He loved his mom. He did what he was supposed to do as far as that. And guess what? She said, do what he tell you to do. And he told him that. And he made water into the best wine that they had taste. Period. Period. So what has his mama seen him do already to know that just do what he tell y'all to do, and that's going to be covered? He done did something for his mama to know. That's how I said, that's how mamas are. You know, I'm going to give an account. This is not about me on no level, but I'm just going to give you an account. I had a motorcycle accident years ago. My sister got the phone call from the hospital. The hospital called her, broke it down. Serious accident. They called my mama, broke it down. My older sister called my mom, broke it down. I'm the baby. He dropped the motorcycle, mama, 85 miles an hour, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, when my sister got through describing everything that happened, my sister told me that my mama said, at least he wasn't clowning. So what has my mama seen me do with a motorcycle that at 80 miles an hour, she didn't consider me to be clowning or doing nothing dumb on a motorcycle? That's what I'm trying to get you to say. His mama already knew. So he had been doing things up until that point. They just not written, they not accounted for. But he had been doing things up until that point. But he was there strictly for salvation. So that's where they picked it up at. but through stipulation. His mama already knew. She the one that jumped off his miracle doing, that jumped his ministry into motion. But he had already been doing things. So like I said, I'm going to leave it there. So for this guy to say that for 85% of his life, he wasn't doing anything, that's dead wrong. That's dead wrong. He didn't show up and all of a sudden wondered if he could do miracles. He could do miracles. His mama already knew that he could. Period. So with that, I want to send all praise. I hope that's edifying. I want to send all praises, honor, and glory out to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, to the apostles and elders of GMS out of New York and the elder bishops out of Connecticut. I want to send double honors because they do rule well. Again, for the brethren around the world, push this truth uncut, unfiltered, give me the good, the bad, and the ugly of the scriptures, correctly breaking down the prophecies and the interaction with people on the planet. Doing so, hopefully, again, I hope that's edifying. So with that, hearty shalom, and for the 2/3 and the rest of the nation, Abba Bar.